Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Katy Chang, formerly known as Bedtime with Katy. If you are new to this channel, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back. As discussed in my thumbnail, I did manifest $25,000, and I would love to share the 2 ways that I was able to attract more money into my life. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't do any crazy sales of real estates or crazy sales of stocks or Bitcoins. What I really did was just change my money conversations. I changed limiting beliefs around money as well as my energy around money. So what do I mean by that? Let me just start with the story of why I needed $25,000, because I actually needed the money. And as we all have been through 2020, we could all agree it was a very difficult year. Many people were getting laid off, businesses were closed, not to mention the social isolation caused us to just kind of sit back into a state of loneliness and depression. And I definitely felt all of those pains. I had sleepless nights worried whether or not I was going to get laid off. I had sleepless nights whether or not, even if I didn't get laid off, if we were going to get furloughed and that my income was going to get cut, simply because I do carry a heavy mortgage and I carry it by myself. So I really needed to keep my job. And not to mention, yes, again, the social isolation, the depression. I mean, it was just all very, very bad. And I noticed something about myself, though, that I really didn't like. I regressed as a human being. I became very anxious. I became depressed. I was easily triggered a lot. I snapped at friends, family easily. And yeah, I just didn't like the person I was becoming. And I remember in 2019, I studied with this amazing life coach and spiritual healer, and I did a 30-day program, and I just was on complete cloud nine. I said, I need more of that. I clearly need more of that because I'm not in a good mental health space. And so I reached out to their team, and I was very fortunate to find out that she was opening up this mastermind. It was exclusive to 40 people, and it was kind of like first come, first serve. And so I knew I just absolutely had to do it. I just wanted to be in that amazing positive space, because who doesn't want to be in a positive space in a high vibration, right? Nobody wants to be low energy all the time. And so I reached out to the team, and they said, great. Welcome aboard. The buy-in is $25,000. I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, the buy-in is $25,000. Are you in? And I just heard the rackets in my brain, just like panic, right? Like, I mean, even felt like my heart beating faster. Like, as I was panicking, I was like, oh my gosh, $25,000, $25,000. Like, I don't have $25,000, you know, like, where am I going to get $25,000? It's so much money. Oh my God. And the crazy thing is, I did have a momentary shift where I said, you know what? I'm fed up. I'm fed up that I'm not in this abundance that I really desire. Who doesn't desire to live in abundance, right? Abundance of money, abundance of love, abundance of friendships, everything, right? We get to have it all. And I said, you know what? I get to have it all. I want to create it all. So I knew that I just had to completely get uncomfortable and lean in. And even though I didn't have the $25,000 in my bank account readily available, I said, screw it, let's do it. So they signed me up. And I had to scramble because there is a deadline. And you know, the opportunity to sign up will close. And like I said, I just had a very limited window to find $25,000. And I was willing to do anything. Like, that was one thing about my mindset at the time. I was willing to do anything. I said, I will take a second job if I have to. I will work on the weekends if I have to. I will sell all my designer purses. You know, they're just material things if I have to. Whatever. And I was very fortunate that a third-party lender for personal loan kind of reached out to me, or I actually reached out to them. And we did the paperwork for a pre-approval of a loan. And I remember it was a Monday around 2:21 p.m. I got off the phone with the lender and they said, great, you're pre-approved. Just we're gonna send you some e-docs to sign. I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. Like, it's exciting because I got approved, I'm gonna get money and they're gonna write me a check. But it's also crazy because I'm taking on, at the time, what I said to myself, debt on top of debt. And if anybody looked at it, yeah, it's true. It is debt, right? You're taking out a loan, you have a home mortgage loan, and both of these loans have interest rates. And I was just thinking, oh my God, Katie, you're insane, right? And there was a moment where, yeah, I'm not gonna say, and I'm not gonna lie that I panicked again. Okay, I totally had a 4-year-old tantrum and totally broke down and panicked because I was like, your Asian mom is gonna beat your butt so hard right now if she found out that you took out a personal loan and you still owe how much on your mortgage? What? And so like, yeah, oh man, I could still envision my mom, like my mom's voice in my head saying, Katie, money is so hard to like earn. Are you crazy? You could get laid off anytime. Are you crazy? Money is hard to save. Are you crazy? Oh, you don't need to do mental health stuff. You just need to, toughen up, right? Like I could just hear her. And I remember again, just worrying and panicking that I was gonna get my ass whooped. And I went into my car at 3:03 p.m. like after work, and I just kind of broke down and cried, right? I cried. I felt like a lot of emotions, and I just sat and prayed. I don't care if you believe in God or higher being, the universe, whatever, but for me, I personally believe in God, and I just prayed to him, and I said, oh my God, Lord, what am I doing? Is this my purpose work? Am I supposed to belong here? If it is, clear the path. Clear the path for me to go embark on this new journey. And I had a long commute, drove home, and when I got home at 5:42, in less than 3 hours, I checked my email and I received an email from our union president stating that we are going to get a 3.75% raise, and it's going to be retro pay from July 2020. So I'm expecting an influx of like a large sum of money for over or almost a year's worth of work at a 3.75% increase raise. And this is not just a one-time thing. Our raise stays. And what's also more exciting is in the note, it says that nurses are going to get paid extra duty. So all the overtime work that we're doing right now because of COVID, we're finally going to get paid for it, because previously we weren't. We were just taking on more assignments, filling in the gaps for, understaffing and people on maternity leave. And it was just, I would say it's unfair, and not finally we're going to get fair wages. And this is super exciting. But the other weird thing that happened, I would say, literally, it was only 2 weeks ago in April, was I got birthday money. My 40th birthday was in January. So I would say this is a very belated birthday gift 4 months later. But I got money. The money that I received was the remainder of what I needed to build and have $25,000 to give for this mastermind. So, I'm still in shock. This was 2 weeks ago. I just wanted to tell you guys, I know you guys are probably, your logical mind is saying, oh, good for you, Katie. Like, I don't even have a job. Like, how am I going to get a raise? Good for you. You have rich family and relatives. Good for you. But I really want to stop you there, because those are, one, negative energy. It's just very negative, and not to mention it's a limiting factor, because what goes on is, our logical mind wants to see things as X, Y, Z, or A, B, C. We have to execute it like this, but that's not how the universe works. There's so many different ways to manifest. There's so many different realms that we can't see, feel, touch, or taste, or even fathom. I mean, like I said, I didn't fathom that in a global pandemic, when everybody's losing their jobs, companies are going broke, that we are going to get a raise of all things. I thought we were going to shut down, or we were going to be furloughed, or people were going to get laid off, especially the juniors, like, you know, the newbies. They were the first to go. I never in my wildest dream could have like thought up that I was going to get a raise, not to mention almost 4%. And the odd thing too is I didn't expect I was gonna get like birthday money in the thousands, like in April. I mean, like I said, my birthday's January, and I'm getting birthday money in April. So again, it goes beyond what our logical brains can process or fathom, and that's what I want to say, you know, and teach you guys today from my lessons from this whole experience is lesson 1. You got to detach from the results and detach from the way it's going to look. The package may not look the way you expected it to be. Perhaps you're manifesting the love of your life and you say you want a 6'4", you know, tall, European, blonde-haired, blue-eyed person. Well, maybe that's not who your forever man is going to be. Maybe God or the universe intends for him to come in a different package. He's going to look different, but he's going to love you. He's going to give you so much affection, so much attention, and treat you as the only woman on this planet. So that's why when it comes to manifesting, including money, you got to detach from the way it's going to look like and how it's going to how the package is going to look. Just be open to receiving. Be open to receiving. That's all I can say is just be open. Second thing was, I was a maniac on a mission. I set my intention that I was going to be in this mastermind no matter what. And I was willing to take action. We've always sit in our room saying, okay, I'm going to create this beautiful vision board. I want to manifest $1 million home, or I want to manifest this new 6-figure paying job. But what good is it if you're not sending out resumes? If you're not going on interviews? You know, if you're not tidying up your interview skills, maybe doing mock interviews with your friends, your families, maybe some former mentors. What good is it if you're not actually taking the action steps? And for me, I said, I want to do this mastermind. I didn't know how I was going to manifest $25,000. I didn't know how I was going to pay for the program, but I knew I was willing to do whatever it took, whether it was to sell my designer handbags, which I really love, by the way, but, you know, sell my designer handbags, take a second job, you know, give up my weekends, whatever it took, I was willing to do it. And as soon as I told the universe, hey, I'm unstoppable, this is really what I want, the universe created an amazing gate for me to just walk through it. And it had my back. It totally had my back. And that's why I wanted to tell you, get a little uncomfortable, go into your, you know, get out of your comfort zone and lean in and just trust that the universe is going to have your back. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you did, please leave a comment below so that I know it resonated with you. And let me know also what else you want to hear or learn from just my spirituality and just my, you know, what I'm going through right now. The goal of this channel is going to change a little bit. You know, if you look at my previous videos, they were all about, you know, sleep, because I was sleep deprived, and just cures for sleep deprivation. But the irony is that the sleep deprivation was just all self-induced, because I was a very anxious person that was just not trusting that God or the universe had my back. I was such a controller that I didn't surrender. And like I said, the irony is now that I've completely saw it just in the span of 2 weeks, how my life completely transformed for the better once I set this intention that I'm going to do this mastermind, I'm going to go through this transformational process, this spiritual healing. Wow, like I am on cloud nine. Like just life is beautiful. And I really want that for you guys. And so during this next year, as I'm self-studying to become maybe a life coach, a spiritual healer, don't know what is going to come out of this, but I do know I'm not going to be the same person. I really just want to share my week-to-week epiphanies with you so that you can create your best life as well. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.